Yo, welcome back, everybody. Welcome to the My Favorite NFL Player Calls Me Dad. I'm Derek. To my side, as always, is 85 Slim. How you feeling, baby?
Boom! I feel good, man. It's been
Word,
a little
word.
minute, but we back. You know.
Yes, sir. Episode 7. Episode 7. You know what I'm saying? Life, man. Life, you know what I'm saying? Hit, so we wasn't able to get the last two episodes out at the time we had planned. But yo, we got this one popping. So thank y'all for tuning in as always. Thank you to the new subscribers. So Slam,
Yo, talk to me, bro.
OSU got that dub yesterday.
Yeah, man. OSU looked pretty good. That chubby quarterback they got. He got a little weight on him, but he's straight though, man. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? He look like he
he's
be at the bar, but he good.
yeah, he does look like if he had the far.
You know.
He looks
And you know
old,
how they
man.
party in OSU, baby.
Yeah, OSU
Woo!
was wow.
I loved it
Love it
out
there.
there, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
I loved it out there.
It was dope out there. Yeah, but congrats OSU, you know what I'm saying, on the dub. And Utah State got the dub too. So salute to y'all. But we're gonna be talking about the Texans game. We're gonna be talking about the Texans game, the Ravens game, and we're gonna preview the upcoming Rams game.
Chill.
So what are your thoughts on the Texans game, man? What do you recollect from that game?
I think it was a wake up call. Like I said, I think they were lackluster. I think they slept on those boys. Again, this is football. You can't sleep on no football team, man. Like
Mm,
doesn't matter. I mean, as we watching on week 7 right now, what we see going on with all the undefeated teams, man, they taking L's, and as we doing this show, the Giants is playing and the Giants are winning.
mm,
So by the time
yeah.
you see this, we don't know what's going to happen. But it's any given Sunday at this moment, man. And I think they really came into Houston thinking that we got this, rookie quarterback. They made that rookie quarterback look like a superstar. Um,
Yeah.
I have nobody to blame but the team. It's just it. I'm just gonna go on both sides. They didn't play right, man. That was a really bad game, really bad.
Yeah. I don't know how I can say they came out lackluster. I don't know. Maybe it was the energy.
Mhm.
That carried out throughout the game, and then, they just got that first drive and scored on the first drive. Like, I don't know, it was just a different team in my opinion. Seemed like they tried to pick it up, but it was a little bit too late. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, bro. Like, that game was weird. That game was really weird, man. That was a surprise. I really thought we was gonna take that one, but again, you know, I'm glad they came back and put it off against the Ravens. Mike Tomlin has a good record whenever losing by a big deficit and coming back the next week and winning. So he has a good record there. So I was expecting him to come play hard whenever they played the Ravens. But we need that consistency. We need that like every game for the rest of the year. You know what I'm saying? Like that tenacity. Along with other improvements, which will come. But that Texans game, I don't know what. So do you? Because the dude that I guess he's their coach. He used to coach for San Francisco under that Mike Shanahan coaching tree. Do you think it's just that style of defense that
Um,
gives them problems?
I don't know. There was also a guy that was traded from the Steelers that played against them that week too, as well, right? Wasn't there like a
Oh
defensive
yeah, it was
player?
two. Yeah, there was two. One against the
Yeah,
Texans and the Ravens. I can't think of the one for the Texans team. I think it
yeah,
was the one that
and
got the interception.
this is early. Who's to say what plays this guy knew? Who's to say what he remembered?
That's why I always wondered, man. Just like
You
when they
know,
played the Raiders, like when the old players go to, you know what I'm saying,
they're
old
not gonna forget
a
those
different
reps,
team,
man.
do they tell the plays? I mean,
They not gonna
do the
they not
old
gonna
team
forget
switch the
those reps,
plays?
man. That's what I'm saying. How you gonna switch the reps like that? Those guys ain't gonna forget those reps. They're gonna be familiarized with something the minute they line up. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying that that was the case the entire game. I'm just saying it could have played a role. I'm not saying that's gonna go continuously. Of course, they're gonna change things up, but it was in the middle of a trade. Like literally, one week he was there, the next week he was there. So he had to been repping.
Oh damn, I didn't know it was that fast.
Yeah, it was real quick. It was real quick. Look it up, man. I forgot the player's name, man. Um, oh shoot, but he felt some type of way about the trade anyway. I think he wanted to stay with the Steelers. But
Wow.
yeah, man, you got to look it up or ask Jalen who it is, man. But he got traded to the Texans the same week, man, and he felt some type of way. I
And he
gotta
got
look
the
it up.
damn interception.
That could be the same guy. I don't know.
That's crazy. You
I
know they
don't
be
know.
waiting for moments like that.
Yeah, of course, man. But again, I don't want to really make up any excuses or anything like that. The bottom line is they lost. What I do see is that when the Steelers lose, they lose like for real, for real. You know what I mean? Like it ain't no
Yeah.
nail biting scenario. Like if they lost early. Like we know it's over by the second quarter. You know what I'm saying? Um, and before I don't even want to give too many Jews before we touch into the next game, but it showed that they were vulnerable when a team starts to get on their ass early. I'm gonna just say it that way. They freak out. Um, at that time, that's what I noticed. Like when the momentum is shifting towards the opposition, the Steelers is like they like in a freeze mode. I want to say like they can't execute. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it looks bad as the game goes on. And then those guys are just they look like professional superstars. I mean, this rookie looked like Tom Brady, Joe Montana, all mixed in one that week. You know what I mean? It was like his third game and shit. So I'm just watching this kid just ball, man, and I'm like, wow, this kid really looks good.
Yeah,
And
that
then,
was
um,
surprising to see him go off on us like that. I just
yeah,
knew they was
man.
gonna eat him.
And I'm like, wow. And the execution with the plays, everything looked structured. Um, Man, we just look bad, man. I mean, we got outplayed on
Yeah.
every component of football. That's that's why I don't blame anyone. I blame the team itself.
Mm,
You know what I
mm.
mean? I can't pinpoint one side of the game that was really bad, and this is why we lost.
But yeah, man, that Texan game was a surprise. And I know it was a long ride home, but again, just like the San Fran game, I really feel like those I just feel like those San Fran defenses, man, that San Fran style of defense is what gives them problems and shit. I don't know why, but I hope I'm right. And those be the only two games that they really get blown out like that. I hope they don't lose anymore. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think any other team is going to fuck with them like those two did. You
Right?
know,
And
and it's
I
just unbelievable that we beat the Browns and the Browns beat San Fran. The Browns like handle San Fran like Purdy was running for his life most of the time.
well,
Well, some of the time.
you gotta also, and I understand what you're saying. You could be absolutely right. Here's the thing, too. Look at the division, the urgency in the division. You got to see where everybody is from Cincinnati to
Mm,
Steelers to the Ravens to the Browns. There's urgency in our division.
mhm.
To right now, we're not in first place. Like
Oh, we're not?
realistically,
Oh,
no.
yeah,
The Ravens
Ravens
won.
are yeah. They won today. I was hoping all, AFC teams lost today,
But see, here's the thing. The
or the
beautiful
ones in our
thing is
division.
the Ravens won, Cleveland won, and Cincinnati won. If the Ravens would have lost, we would still be in first place.
Mm,
That's how tight the division is. So I'm not surprised that Cleveland handled business at home. I think it was a must-win game for them.
mm,
And
yeah,
I think that's how they looked at it. Like if we lose, we put ourselves in a predicament. But if
especially
we
with
win,
Cincinnati winning.
right. And if we win, we put ourselves in a predicament. So the problem is we can't lose because if Cincinnati win, we're in that same boat with Cincinnati, and we don't want that problem. And I'm looking at if you go and look at the division breakdown, you got to see who's on the bye week this week in our division, if any, and we got to win. We got to
Yeah,
win
we
in
definitely
LA.
gotta win this one, next one, yeah.
We
We
have
gotta
the
win that.
same urgency that Cleveland had today when we come back.
That's
That's
true.
just what it is. You know what I mean? If we slip, we lose the opportunity to be in first place. Like every Sunday is an opportunity to lose first place.
Damn, that Rams game gonna be tough too.
It's
I
gonna
don't
be
know.
tough,
I
bro.
don't know, man. I mean,
It's
if we
gonna be
could hold
tough.
off Cooper Cup.
Well, they got that running back showed some skills today. I was watching him. I had to do
Oh
some
shit,
notes.
I didn't see
Yeah,
it.
they opened up the running game today, bro.
Damn, I ain't think they had a running game like that.
They got. I mean, either. It's my point. Like I learned today. I'm like, oh my god. So I'm
Man,
sure
shout
the
out to
coaches will do the
Nakua, you know
same.
what I'm saying? Another 801 uh prodigy, I guess you could say. Having a good year, man. So, we're going the slots are gonna be interesting, you know what I'm saying, on the D. I'm not really too worried about the run game, man, to be honest with you.
What, our run game?
The Rams run game. Even though I ain't seen it what it looked like, I'm not too worried about that. I'm worried about them, you know what I'm saying, kind of coming through the air on us, you know what I'm saying, killing us through the air and shit. So I think I don't know. I think we could pull it off, y'all. Let's transition into the Ravens game. That was a
Yeah,
big one, man. I had a lot of people that from last year, man, that was talking shit about, when they beat us the second time.
man.
Oh no, did they I think they beat us the first time, we beat them the second time.
Right, last year.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Lamar, I don't think Lamar was playing, and I don't think Lamar played. I think he played in the
Oh
game we
yeah, he
beat him.
didn't play. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So that, especially it being a rivalry and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Definitely had to take that one, and it was
Right.
for the you know what I'm saying, the division, like the top of the division. So that was a big win. You know what I'm saying? My man had some big runs in that motherfucker. So
Yeah, we definitely got to talk about J Dub on the horn, jumping over people and all that crazy nonsense
yeah,
he be doing.
yo,
But
it's
hey, I'm gonna
funny,
be
man,
honest.
because
I'm gonna play the devil's advocate. Fans, you might want to slap me in my face after I say this, but I gotta keep it real. The Ravens lost the game for the Steelers that weekend.
mm,
Okay. If you are a football fan, you understand what I'm saying. If you're a Steelers fan, you don't give a damn what I'm saying. And I can respect either side. I'm gonna just let you guys understand I can respect either side. But there were moments in that game they looked like they were still in Texas. And if those guys didn't drop a few passes, the score would have been very, very different. We couldn't get into the end zone, and that was an issue with me. Granted, we won. A win is a win, which I respect, but it has to be better than what it looked. It has to be more convincing. We can debate this game all day long because it's like both teams played like shit, and we can single out people in this particular game. I believe we can say, "Hey, this guy did great, and this guy didn't do enough." We can say that in this particular game. You know what I mean? And I'm grateful that we won, but we cannot continue the season playing the way we played the last 3 weeks. It's
agree.
impossible,
I agree.
you know.
Um, I think they should play Elijah Riley more, man. The safety. He's
Mm,
more versatile, more speedy. He's more quicker than Neil. I like Neil, but I think for that position, man, like as far as coverage and just kind of more all around balanced player, Riley is a better fit for that.
mm.
I'm not opposed to, you know, Joy Porter Jr. starting over Levi or
Joey, I like Joey.
one of
Come
them,
on,
man,
man. I like
Wallace or
Joey.
Pat P. Like, I mean, yo, we need some lockdown coverage, man. You know what I'm saying? I think our defense runs a lot of zone, but it runs man too. But I don't know. I just think that they need to make some changes in that department. And Desmond King, like he just been returning kicks. He hasn't really been in any of the snaps or anything. So I think he's especially, you know what? I hopefully they play him against the Rams because he's a really good, great slot cover corner. So maybe they'll put him on Cup against the Rams. But I agree, man. They can't. keep playing like that. You know what I'm saying? Like we got to get some TDs. We ain't got no rushing TDs this year. Um, I mean, Kenny is at the top of the list as well before this week. I don't know what it is like now, but as far as the quarterback throwing the most TDs, with five, well, it probably I think Lamar probably beat him. I think Lamar probably had a couple of passing TDs. So Kenny's like up there, but the performance overall, like it definitely needs to improve the accuracy, the consistency.
Week
You know what I'm saying? The
seven.
vision.
Would this be week 7 they coming back? Or week 8?
Who coming back?
What is next week? It's week 8, right? In the NFL.
I think this is week 6, right? I don't think it's week 7.
Okay, so I guess week 7. I'm lost.
But
I don't
who's
get
coming back? Who you talking about?
what I'm saying is we're gonna have a full lineup in LA.
Hopefully Cam comes back, the defensive tackle.
Oh
Hopefully
shit, Cam.
yeah.
Cam's been into so
Oh
many
yeah,
other things
Deontay
lately.
gonna be there. Deontay
Bro,
gonna be
every wait, I forgot. I'm sorry, Cam.
there.
I love you, bro. But you've been doing so many other things. I'm not saying I counted you out of the defense. Just saying I'm talking about the offense is
Cause
literally
Benton been
coming
showing
back
out.
right
Yeah.
now. Yeah, the offense is literally coming back, and I feel Kenny, because I want to stay on Kenny for a second. You know that's my dude, man. You know I'm a ride for that brother. I still believe in Kenny, and I ain't going nowhere, man. I just know that when he has his weapons, he can be who he is. And I think this week is going to really determine his identity as a quarterback
Hmm.
because they're implementing the running game. And like I said before, it's going to open up them lanes, Johnson back. I'm telling you, man. Telling you,
Yeah, I
yo,
noticed the difference in the Baltimore game, how they was throwing those quick passes to the outside, you know.
right.
So
If
that's some improvement.
as
They
God is
definitely need
my
to do more of
witness,
those.
man, outside of the Miami Dolphins, man, I believe that the Steelers have the best team in football, man. As God is
I
my
mean, they say
witness,
they
I
do
do.
on paper, you know what I'm saying? They
I
got the
just
highest paid
believe it.
defense, so
I believe it, man. I'm telling you. I just see it. And I see what Miami's doing. Great. But understand Miami has been developing what you're seeing now for like 2 years. That's a development stage of, oh my God, this team is exactly what we prepared it as. Miami's phenomenal. The speed, everything is componently together. Once Pittsburgh sees everything that they have and they put it in that package and they're able to fake teams out because everybody will be a threat from Jalen to Najee to Kenny to Johnson to Pat. I mean, everybody would be a threat on offense. And you
Mhm,
have to understand that Kenny's also mobile. He's not a pocket quarterback. That's
mhm.
another threat to the
Yeah.
offense. Very powerful, bro. We have to look at these things, man. And yeah, we might have an offensive line that won't let you really operate. But again, once we start to make these adjustments and it's collectively coming into play, okay, if this guy starts to back off or if this guy gets into the pocket, we know what we got to do. And once all that stuff starts to collaborate, man, yeah, you guys are gonna be seeing some amazing things as even as we get into Jalen Warren, man. Just hurdling, just jumping over dudes. Like, man, Jalen's series was amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool to, that's well, I mean, I'm his dad. I always watched him play, so, I'm just so used to seeing that, but
Right.
haven't been seeing it as of much lately, but to see it happen
Hmm.
and the crowd go crazy, man, like, yeah, yeah, that's dope. There's definitely more to come, man. He's a game changer, bro. I mean,
Yeah,
he's
he
a
is.
playmaker, and you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just the way it's always been. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, just call it what it is. Like, it's always been that way. Like, he's always helped improve his team. So, when given the opportunity.
Right.
Um,
And
but
that's the
yeah, we
key.
improved the line, man. The line improved a little bit more. Like, we're gonna definitely get the running game. I saw them doing a lot of different blocking schemes for the against the Ravens game. So, you know what I'm saying? They're getting better there.
Hmm.
Um, But yeah, definitely needs to be some more improvement in consistency and execution. So,
Yeah, man. I mean, when you go back, like to touch on what you were saying about Jay earlier, to see that display of, for the world to see the talent that he displays is the most refreshing thing to see. And when you know that there's so much more that can be done or that he's capable of, the world has no clue. And this is what I mean by the components of the offense. Each and every individual has something special about them,
hmm,
from Kenny to Najee to Johnson. And I'm just talking about the immediate offense, to GP to Jalen. You know what I'm saying? The immediate offense. Just look at them, bro. Take them individually, and if you have to, look at their individual highlights and then put it into a package and understand that George Pickens can catch anything. You know what I'm saying? Johnson to outrun you, and then catch. I mean, it's just so much going on with that offense. And I saw it. I saw it live. I saw it. The last game, in Pittsburgh. You were there. You seen the comeback. You seen the chemistry. And I said, yo, we are going to be a threat next year. They made some changes. And with these changes, we thought and believed the O line was all we needed.
hmm.
Everything that they changed, we haven't seen yet. So how can people expect them to do what they did on the way out last season when everything in the front has changed?
So you think it? Do you think it? If the once the O line improves, Kenny improves.
I think once the running game improves, everything improves. And again,
So do you think the line needs to improve to get that going?
yes and no, because at the end of the day, that like you said, it's a playmaking scenario, right? That's when your plays got to be called right. If you know your O line is struggling, it's early in the game. You don't run Najee, you run Jalen. You make that threat imminent. You make that threat visual, and then you hit him with a few screens. Might hit him with a slant. Then you run Najee. You got to break it up because
Mhm.
now the defensive line has to think about which way they going. Are they going to blitz? I mean, if you're predictable with everything, I'm the coach on the opposition. I'm like, blitz him every time. They can't hold your guy. But if you got a playmaker that's ready for the blitz, that can, you don't want to do that. No, don't blitz no more, because last time he caught it and he got away from it and he scored a touchdown. You see what I'm saying? So I believe that having your playmakers in the beginning is going to really either expose the offensive line or make the offensive line work harder. That's what I believe. But if you got the regular dude, and no disrespect to Najee, but he's not cutting like he used to cut. Najee will run straight into the mix. He will never cut back. I've noticed that. We can look at the highlights. I mean, all this stuff is on film.
Mhm.
If you go back to Najee's highlights last year, he'll cut. He'll make that first initiative cut after he get the ball. But this time he runs straight into, you're gonna get tackled. No matter how big you are, you don't have no opportunity to get away from anything. Now, if you go to the highlights with Jalen, even though he might not get 10, 15 yards, that 3, 4 yard burst is the hardest working 3 or 4 yards you ever even see in a game, because he's doing everything in his power to get a half, another one, another two.
That's what his high school coach said about him, and this was back in high school. Well, actually, when he didn't get any high school offers and he got offered at Snow, they interviewed his coach, and that's what his coach was saying. Like his first 3 4 steps, yo, them shits are deadly. Them
Hmm.
shits are no. The exact word he used was deceptive.
Yeah,
That's what he used, deceptive. So,
bro. The last run, and you can, and I felt like I could see everything Jalen saw in the last
oh,
long
sorry,
run.
man. And shout out to Coach Maddox. Salute, man. Go ahead.
Shout out to you, Coach Maddox. I don't know you. Hopefully, I get to meet you.
For
But
sure.
the last run, Jalen gets the handoff. Okay, it's like a 10-yard run or something. It's his biggest run in the game. It's like 10 yards. He gets the handoff. If you notice, when he gets the handoff, he's looking at the guy coming this way. He has the cut on the first tackle. He know he gonna miss him, but he's looking at this guy to see what's his next move. I'm watching this. He knew he had to spin off the dude because he knew that if I make it past this dude, I got green. Watch it in slow motion and stop it when he looks. He cuts the first guy and then he starts to spin, automatically knowing the guy is gonna miss him. Next thing you know, it's green. Then he hits the Jets. Boom! I gotta outrun this guy. He's outrunning some other dude trying to get him, and then he gets tackled. But it's the whole dynamics of the vision of what he's seen in that matter of a second. Like
Mm,
you can see it. I'm like, oh, he knew, yo, I gotta do something because he's coming. Forget about the hurdle. That's the same instinct as the hurdle. I'm talking about the last play. That spin off to get those extra yards was huge. If he
mm,
didn't spin, he's tackled for a gain of two, and he knew it before he got the ball. That's what I'm trying to say. That's important, bro. So it don't matter what the O line does if you're a playmaker like that.
yeah.
You're a threat.
I know the O line's going to improve, man. I mean, I hope they do. You know what I'm saying? They can't help but improve. But a lot of people saying the center is the weakest link. You know what I'm saying? He was getting
Mhm.
blown up a lot last game. So I hope Mason Cole does, improve.
You gotta
But
watch the film, man.
yeah,
You
yeah,
gotta watch the
that's
film. I
that's.
can't really.
I mean, the film don't lie. Yeah,
It
that's
don't
where.
lie, man, and that's why when the fans say something, because I'm a fan, you know what I mean. Like sometimes I look at things like, damn, okay, it didn't happen that way. I'm looking at it now. Like you have to see it, and there's certain times like you'll just watch a game and you don't even care about the replay. You just seen it happen and you're mad because he should have caught the ball or whatever the case may be. But there's other people that's literally doing research, watching the replay and letting you know that this is why it got overturned or whatever the case may be. But if we don't do our research, we're gonna fall victim to what these fans always say. And the fans are not always right. The whole fire Matt Canada thing, I'm gonna be honest with you. I was on that bandwagon for a minute, but then when Najee made that statement, I said, you know what? Najee's right, man. Najee's right. Matt Canada is in the booth, and these guys are professionals. So even if the play don't work, they're expected to make something else happen. That's why there's other options.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not really on that bandwagon anymore.
Yeah, man.
Not saying I was on it before. I guess it was because of the play calling, like you said, how he's utilizing the personnel.
Hmm.
But the last game, each game we see improvement. So he is trying to
Yeah.
get the pieces together. But I would love
I
to
know
see him to
fans
get
gonna
more than 30
sorry.
points a game. You know what I'm saying, and at least 400 yards a game. 30, I mean, the 400 ain't really that important to me, but well, I guess if that's a combination, if we get like 300 passing yards, 100 rushing yards, that'd be good. But I'm just saying, like, as far as like the overall package, you know what I'm saying? Him just making right plays at the right time and using the right personnel, like you were saying.
Yeah, man. Like I said, that last series, when they ran Jalen that time and they mixed it up with Najee and Jalen, like even when we were in Pittsburgh, we were leaving, and and I told you the Pickens to Pickens connection is gonna be like a saying. Like you might as well start putting it on a T-shirt, hashtagging it, whatever you gotta do. Same thing with Thunder and Lightning. Once they start figuring out how to put them in together, all three in the backfield. You know what I mean? KP, Jay, and Naj.
Mm.
wherever
Oh
GP at.
yeah, they can have yeah.
You
That I
see what
mean,
I'm
cause
saying?
like when they put Najee in, I mean, I love Najee dog. I love Najee.
Yeah, put them all
Um,
in.
but it is predictable in a sense when he's in because they don't use him for any passes. You know what
Right,
I'm saying? So if they did have something like that formation, they could use Jalen out for the pass. You know what I'm saying, or
right.
whatever optional. And I mean, they still could use Najee for the pass, but having them two in the backfield, that way I think that's a pro style, pro formation or something. But you know what I'm saying? That would give them a couple more options. What receivers would you use? So that'd be what? Two running backs, one tight end, two receivers?
Yeah,
Or
but
one receiver, one
you
tight
can
end?
always motion Jay. You can always motion him
Oh
because
yeah,
again
no
he could
doubt.
catch the ball.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? So you could keep Naj in the backfield and decoy him. Or you could bootleg it or hand it off to Naj. However you want to do it, just make sure, if you hand it off to Naj, Jalen in the front is the front blocker.
I think we gotta have a third running back for that, man. Oh, which comes to mind, I hope Aunt Mac plays or returns, the third running back, Anthony McFarland.
Mm.
He's off the injured list. I think he was on injured list for 4 games, so that's
Anthony
over.
is a spark, man.
Yeah, yeah.
He's a
So I
spark.
think like we definitely would need a third running back if we were going to utilize him like that. At least how many times would you use that formation in a game?
I can, that's another thing. Like
Situational.
yeah, I definitely hit him with his second downs.
Mm,
Um, I definitely hit him with his second downs for sure. But again, I would make it an option for screen. I would make it a slant to GP, slant to fire move. I would make it something like that, even with a fake handoff to Naj.
mm,
You know what I mean? And because Jalen would be open. I'm telling you, bro. If you motion Jay, he'll be open all the time. Or he'll
yeah,
get open.
yeah. He'll get open.
Yeah, he'll get open. Trust me. Or you could reverse it and now, but you're not gonna slot Naj. You can't motion Naj. That'll be, it ain't going to Najee. So you can't even do shit with Naj like that. Naj got to chill in the back. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? He's a decoy. Either Naj getting the ball or he getting the fake. Now your
yeah,
options is right there in front of you on the slants, and you probably got GP way down there at the 50-yard line by that time.
yeah. We got Deontay. Yeah, you're right, man. We got some dogs,
Got some
as they say.
dogs, bro. We got some really good kids, man,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
they like to play. You know.
yeah. I think our third year though, next year is gonna be something really special.
Oh, I'm scared of next year because Najee could be leaving.
Mm,
You know what I mean? Again, that's a reevaluation, which it don't hurt us, but I'm just saying it's still reevaluation.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Um, I think this year we have to. I don't think next year. I think we need to prove something this year. I think we
you,
need to make the playoffs and win at least the first round to prove something.
yeah. I agree. If we make the playoffs, we gotta win that first round.
Right. That's what I think. And then I could look forward to like, oh, next year gonna be crazy. You know what I mean? Because I really wanted to see what we left off with last year, and I don't see it. And I'm thinking, like I said, I don't know what is the blame. I really don't know, man. But again, they're not in a bad spot. They're 3-2 for Christ's sakes. They only got two losses. They could finish 12-4. You know what I mean? If you look at their schedule, pull up the schedule real quick.
All right.
Just pull up the schedule. I gotta see it, man, because realistically, we beating teams that we not supposed to beat, and we loses against teams we should have beat.
Yeah, that's what they say. We beat teams we not supposed to
Yeah,
beat.
like if you ever noticed them dudes. I mean, sorry, they ain't gonna say trash, but they be trashier than expected, or we think they, I don't know. They wasn't supposed to lose against Texas, bro.
So we got the Rams and then the Jags and then the Titans and then the
Now here's the
Packers.
thing: the Rams, that's an iffy game. The Jags, I don't know. They doing pretty good right now, but we should be able to beat them because we always beat them. And
Yeah, the Jags they yeah.
yeah, they
They
doing
doing
good though.
good.
But the
Yeah.
Titans, we should be able to beat the Titans too.
Yeah, we should be able to beat the Titans. I think we'll beat the Packers. Jordan Love
Now
ain't felt
imagine
the
if we
wrath
do
of
imagine if
Watts
we do
before.
lose against the Jazz. That's loss number 3. Now who else you said will beat? The Titans and who else? Who's after that?
Packers,
Packers. Who's after that?
the Browns,
You already know. Who's after that?
the Bengals, our first game against the Bengals,
Who's after that?
the Cardinals,
Who's
then the
after that?
Patriots,
Who's after that?
Colts.
Ooh,
Nah, I don't think. Nah, no. Ooh, I think we could take the Colts.
okay. Okay. Well, boom. That's still 3 losses. Who after that?
The Bengals again. Oh no, yeah, the Bengals. Our second game against the Bengals.
We could take a loss there. We could don't. You can't sleep on Joey all the way through the damn season. You can't.
Um, so the
We
first
could take
game
a
against
loss
the
there.
Bengals is against us.
Well, I don't
Oh
think we're
wait,
gonna lose. I don't think we're gonna win the next 2 meetings with the Bengals. I think we're gonna lose one because they're gonna have to pick it up eventually. The Bengals have to pick it up. That's why they won today.
and then the Seahawks and the Ravens again.
Yeah, bro. Done data. Look at that. That's 12-4.
Yeah, that's not a bad record. I mean,
That's what I'm
losing three,
saying.
4 games. Yeah,
Like we got room. I'm not saying we want to make way for losing. Let's just be realistic though. We could lose certain games, but I don't think we're gonna lose more than 2. I don't think we are, man. And maybe this episode might come back to haunt me. I don't know.
I don't feel like we'll lose more than 2 more games either. I mean, we keep improving every game.
Yeah, man. I think they look real good. I think they know where they're making mistakes. I don't think they happy with the
I
win. I
think we
think.
would have to do that to keep Canada. There's talks of saying, that Tomlin,
Oh
or
no.
not Tomlin, but there's talks that Mike Gruden or John Gruden could be the next OC.
I believe Canada is gone. I don't believe he's gonna get fired. I don't
Mm,
think he's coming back after his contract. No, absolutely not.
mm.
That could lose fans. Win or lose.
Yeah, yeah. I
So
don't think they're gonna get rid of him. In the middle of the season
yeah,
either.
they'll find something else for him to do. He'll still be a Steeler, I'm sure. He just won't be OC. That's it. You know what I mean?
Oh, you think he'll still be with the organization, just not
Oh
the
yeah,
offensive coordinator?
yeah. He ain't going. Come on, man. He gonna live. He gonna live and die as Steeler. He just ain't gonna be in shot caller world like that. You know what I
Mm.
mean? He probably gonna play the background or some shit. They're not gonna just get rid of him. You
Well,
know what I mean?
time would tell.
Yeah, man.
At this time, when it's shot, at this time, want to show some love to our sponsor, BA Trading PGH.
VA
Definitely check
Trade
them
and
out.
PGH.
Yes, sir. Make sure you check them out at the next home game, which will be the Jags. And me and 85 Slim will be in the building. So make sure, what I'm saying, y'all check us out or link up with us somehow so we can create some
When are we gonna
content
do that?
together.
Is that gonna be on a Saturday prior to the game? Sunday prior to the game? I mean, when we gonna
Just
do that?
have to see. I mean,
I don't know. Yeah, why don't you let the audience tell us?
yeah. Let us know. Y'all, what I'm saying? Y'all got a spot that y'all want to meet up at, create some content, put it on the channel. Definitely let us know in the comment section. It's gonna be fun, man. It's gonna be wild.
Oh,
But
make it
we
a public
definitely,
spot with good food too. We like to eat.
yeah, really good food. Yeah. But definitely check out BA Trading PGH if you're in the town, in the strip district. You know what I'm saying? Let them know that we sent you. We're definitely gonna be stopping by there whenever we're in town. So they always show us love. So you know what I'm saying? Make sure you show them some love. And also, um, no, I kind of mentioned that we was gonna be at that Jags game. I'm excited to be at that game, man. I hope we
Hell
win.
yeah, man. I can't wait.
I hope we win. I hope we win, yo.
We gonna
Jags,
win that game, man. We gonna
Jags.
win that game.
They won like 2 straight, so hopefully we could get 2 straight and be on a on a momentum ride by the time that game gets here.
Yeah, your favorite player gonna be happy to see you out there. So I think we gonna do something
Yeah,
special that day.
yeah. We got to think of something special to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
it's gonna be hot.
yeah, man. Anything you want to close out with
Oh man, love, peace, prosperity,
in football and still is football?
and let's go steal a nation, man. Steal
Yes,
a
sir. Yo,
nation.
so are you going to the spot this weekend?
Yeah, yeah. I gotta show up this weekend. I might as
What's the
well.
name of
You're
them
talking about
again?
O'Brien's.
O'Brien's. Yeah, shout out to
O'Brien's Pub
O'Brien.
in Tampa. O'Brien's. Yeah.
O'Brien's.
Yeah, that's where I'm gonna be this weekend. So if you're in Tampa, pull up O'Brien's Pub for all Steeler fans. That's where you want to be if you want to watch a Steeler fans amongst your family.
Mm.
O'Brien's Pub in Tampa, man.
They got good
Phenomenal
food.
food. You took it right out of my mouth. Phenomenal food. Beautiful people that work there. The waitresses are amazing. And man, it's a good environment, man. And it's still a nation. So you're
Bet.
gonna see some rowdy dudes there getting lit. So you know how that go.
Word. Word. Yeah, man. Thank y'all again for tuning in. You know what I'm saying? Leave some comments in the comment section if you're gonna be at the Jags game with us, so we can get lit together. You know what I'm saying? We can just get wild because y'all ain't experienced the game until you experienced it with me. Especially when my son is playing. When I'm watching my son, my therapist. You know what I mean? Like, I need like a
Hey.
4 foot radius around me. You know what I'm saying? But yo, it's gonna be fun. And yo, we see y'all next week. Peace and love. Go
Peace.
Steelers, baby.
Still a nation.